Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Nearly Midnight Movie Chat. Today, of course, is the 8th of May, 2021. It's the night before Mother's Day. And I'm rocking a bikini in front of a theater that's titled Asses of Fire. Of course, if you know what movie this is, drop that info in the chat and let's get to talking right now. Howdy, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stream. It's a little bit impromptu, I'll admit. I was like, do I stream tonight? I was out working and I came home like, you know what? Yeah, I might as well. And then I'm like, I need a thumbnail. I need something that's going to work. I need something that's going to be funny and attention grabbing. So why not a midget in a bikini in front of the Bijou Theater in 1999, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. Although I will fully admit, I didn't spend any time on this thumbnail. So there we go. Anyway, let's take a quick chat here with everyone. Ryan Hartwell, first one in, asking, am I doing anything for Mother's Day? I am actually. I'm going to be taking my children down to my dad's house, and we're doing a thing down there. It's going to be interesting because my sister's been traveling. And she just got back from the East Coast, and so we're like, COVID check, anyone? Because I'm halfway through my vaccination. It's such a weird thing. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Ants Movies says, Night Owl live streams, love it. Yeah, I'm a night owl, dude. I live on the West Coast. I'm a night owl. That's why I like to open it up. Yvonne here, made it at 11:07. That's right. You came early, just like I'm prone to do. Anyway, Geek Studios. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Music Man, how you doing, buddy? Geek's asking if I'm doing good. I'm doing okay, dude. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Anyway, Jess here says, good morn from the East Coast. Right now, I'm surprised the East Coast is not entirely on fire due to Elon Musk hosting Saturday Night Live. Rel, oh my God, Rel, long time no see, at least on this channel. Here, I thought you had abandoned me. Glad to see you're not gone yet. Amazon Overlord, hey, what's going on? Astro Dosh, how you doing? Simon Section says, Asses of Fire, someone had bad Vindaloo. Actually, I had Costco chicken tortilla soup. So there we go. Asking if I'm doing okay after that Snyder, right? Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm sure that will come up quite a bit tonight. So as always, guys, the link to get in is pinned to the top. It's also, I believe, in the video description. Let me just double check. It is in the video description. So if anyone wants to get on in, we will do that. I just want to chill and hang out with y'all and see what's on your mind for the night. Zentech, man, how you doing all the way down under? Hope it's all going well with you. Anyway, let's see here. Yvonne asks, if I live near the border, can my mom have 2 Mother's Days? No, I don't believe so. But you can give your mother whatever you want to give your mother. Hopefully flowers or something. All right. First caller out the gate, first one in, by the way, was James. I see a couple people back there too. Don't worry. Hey, what's going on, man? Long time. I feel like I haven't talked to you since Thursday night. It's only 2 nights.
Friday. It was Friday. Remember Star Wars?
Well, no, it was Friday for you because you're like 18 hours ahead of me.
Oh,
well, maybe not 18 hours, but you're definitely ahead of me by a number of time zones. So there's that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it's Sunday now, so 2 days.
Okay, so yeah, see, it's not quite Sunday yet where I'm at. I still have 45 minutes until we hit the Sunday.
Okay.
I know.
Well,
these time zones, they're fucking wild. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. There was an interesting news story. Turns out Matt Damon's moved his family, at least for COVID, I don't know whether it's permanent or not, to Australia. He's staying up in a villa in Byron Bay.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're going to get an influx of Yanks, I believe.
Do we have so many celebrities here right now?
Well, because you guys handled COVID. You guys in New Zealand handled it like you guys, like your country actually was like, yeah, let's do it. And then
I don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, once I get my second shot, I probably will like be fine in a couple of weeks, but I'm still going to wear a mask. It's out of comfort for other people at this point for me.
Yeah, but the reason he got found out, because he was like a private guy, naturally, especially with his family. But the reason he got found out was because he was dropping large sums of money to local charities.
He's trying to buy favor with the locals.
Maybe, but I don't know. I do think he does support the causes, like they were for like domestic violence, cancer, stuff like that.
Well, that's good. Those are all fine choices. Has anyone pestered him about the AFSP?
No.
Like Matt Damon, what are you doing? What are you doing? You giving to your local puppy shelter? Fuck that. Suicide prevention, Matt. Suicide prevention is where the money should go. Have you not heard about your Lord and Savior Zack Snyder's crusade to end suicide? Clearly. Sorry, I'm still a little salty from yesterday. What can I say? No, I know. I think, look, Matt Damon is a liberal, and he loves what he does. And if he's donating to charities, that's cool, man. I don't care where it happens. I'm glad he's doing it.
Yeah, he also what's interesting is these kind of Star Wars shill channels. Well, some of the really small ones have started the dumbest rumor ever.
Oh, what's that?
Dave Filoni is fired from Lucasfilm.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. Okay. Speaking of like the Lord and Savior, but I mean this literally. Filoni getting fired from... The only way Filoni would get fired from Lucasfilm would be if there was literal footage of him at a cross burning, dressed as Hitler with the stash and everything, and like, I don't know, like completely like just Swazies everywhere, and he's just doing the... There's no way they would... And even at that point in time, if no one knew that it was Dave, they would just hide him away in a bunker for 6 months, let his hair grow back, and just hit him on the wrist with a ruler and go, "Stop it." Our hand, like, you're too valuable. You're too valuable, Dave. No, Dave, they're not going to fire Dave Filoni. That's insane.
But the small channel with 6,000 subs said so.
Right? Yeah, I know, man. Look, I'll tell you this. I've been having it out recently with like pro Snyder Twitter channels because it's just getting ridiculous. So, like today, for example, a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, Black Adam is not a Hamada movie. Hamada is not touching Black Adam because he's not listed in IMDb with the executive producer." And I'm like, you do realize that, he runs fucking DC Films, right? Like, he's touching it. You may not want him to touch it. He's touching it because he greenlit it and he let it go into production. It's such a weird, stupid thing for people to just like wrap around. And this guy. So what I heard today as a response to that was, because I responded with screenshots from Wikipedia saying that Black Adam was going to be produced by DC Films and that Walter Hamada runs DC Films. And people like, "Why are you using Wikipedia?" And I'm like, "Bitch, why are you fucking using IMDb? Same concept. Anyone can fucking update something, I
think IMDb at this point is less reliable.
I mean, in some cases, sure, yeah, but it's like still, like the thing is, these go through peer review. Yeah, I mean, IMDb, anyone can really update it. Same with Wikipedia, but with Wikipedia, there's like an edit log and there's like active moderators, and they actually make you do stuff. Like you have to post like links to valid sources, and then you have to archive those links to make sure that they're not like manipulated later on. Like there's actually a process to getting something on Wikipedia. But then again, like, and I just had like the guy I responded to, he's all like, well, Hamada's not listed as an executive producer. And I'm like, the movie isn't out yet. The credits haven't been finalized. What are you doing?
He'll probably get added.
I'm sure. I'm sure, man. Like Music Man here says here, Walter is touching all them motherfucking movies. That's right, dude. And then, yeah, Mladen here says Hamada is a KK of DCEU. No. And that's the other point, because I did say, I'm like, next you're going to tell me that Walter Hamada has been banned from the set of Black Adam. Like, that's going to be the next fucking rumor coming out of some of these websites. It is
Message Doomcock.
It is just, to me, yeah, it's just the stupidest stuff. And it's like, it only adds fuel to the fire from people that are just so detached from reality at this point. And I'm a fan of the franchise. I'm a fan of the director. I have my ticket to go and see Army of the Dead this upcoming Thursday. And it's like, still, I'm like, dude, motherfucker, back off, man. You know, because like, even I saw someone today, I guess there was like, the Snyder Cut did really well in China, which is fantastic. And it, you know, had like 250 million plays in like 4 days or something. Well, China's got like almost 1.5 billion people. So that's not out of the realm, right? Of whatever. And so a lot of people are watching it, which is awesome. And someone's like, well, what happened? Well, imagine if they would have put it in theaters. And I'm like, it's a 4-hour runtime. You would have gotten, I don't know, like you would have gotten 3 shows per day. And one of them would have had to start at probably about 9 o'clock in the morning. So the people who work there would be, they'd be able to go home at some reasonable hour. And then there'd be fewer people because of COVID is restricting how many people are in cinemas, can sit in the theater. And again, all of this stuff. And it's like just trying to explain things logically at this point is just, I can't do it. I have no chill anymore. I'm just going to be a dick. I'm just going to be a dick because it's like the amount of reaching and stretching and goalpost moving and copium that I'm seeing is just like, I mean, even Star Wars fanatics are not this bad. Like the fandom menace at this point, they might believe dumb rumors, but they're still not this detached from reality. You know what I mean?
There's no need to be a dick. Just be a troll. Way more fun.
I like being stubborn. I like being stubborn. I'll admit I enjoy being stubborn. I'm trying not to be, but it's like it at some point you just kind of reach your limit with frustration. You know, and it's like because like one of the persons that I know keeps pushing this stuff has told me privately that they know it's done. Right? That they don't want to talk about Snyder anymore. They'll say this, they said to me privately. I want to find other things to talk about. I just blah, blah, blah. And then like their entire Twitter feed is non-stop Snyder. Non-stop. Hamadaverse, non-stop, all that shit. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like
Probably
now
how
you're
they
just,
get the attention.
it is how they get the attention. You know, that's how they get the attention. And I understand the game. I get the game. But just from like at some point, man, you got to have either like some fucking self-respect, and like stop misleading people because you want people to come to you because you're an arbiter of a lot of truth, I guess, you know, but really what it is people, they just want their opinions repeated back to them. And I'm terrible at that, by the way. I'm terrible at repeating people's opinions back to them. Because
does
like
anyone in this game report actual news anymore?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd like to think at some point.
It's mostly rumors.
Yeah, it's rumors and speculation, and it's all theory, and it's all spin, and it's all this, and it's all that, and you know, it's just crazy stuff. Unfortunately, but it is just
and
the
box
world.
office.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
the other thing everyone likes to talk about.
and a lot of people don't even understand the box office. And there's times where, like, I'll admit, like, you know, I get it wrong too.
Oh God, I was watching someone today talk about the box office. Didn't understand that you have to like halve the box office numbers to work out how much like Disney gets from the movies because the theaters take half.
No, it's actually more than that. It used to be a lot more. Like, for example, when I was working at the drive-in and we got Harry Potter, the first one, Warner Brothers wanted 78 cents on the dollar, right? They wanted 78 cents on the dollar. And our ticket prices were $6 for an adult. So that's like, I mean, the theater itself would make what? That's 22 cents times 6. So a little over $1 per person is what they would make. But the studio wanted more. When Attack of the Clones came out, we never got Attack of the Clones because Fox and Lucas wanted 90%. Lucas wanted
Here there's a legal maximum they can charge.
Yeah, they 90%. That's what they wanted, 90%, and they wanted us to run the movie on our biggest screen at a minimum of 12 weeks. That's what they want. And I'm like, dude, we're a 2-screen theater. We do double features. Like, there's no way we can do that. Thankfully, by the time Revenge of the Sith came out, they pulled their head out their asses and they were able to work with us. But it's like that's the thing. These smaller organizations, these smaller chains, these smaller, owned theaters, privately owned theaters, man, they got it. They deal with the bookers, and like it's better now, but like for a while is this is why they rely so heavily on concessions.
Yeah. Well,
Concessions legitimately keep the shit alive.
I was saying my local theater chain here in Brisbane, they Disney was getting 50% of all ticket sales because here theaters, if you try to ask for more, they'll just go to the federal government and the government will tell you to fuck off, basically. But no, they basically I think some charge more, but like there's like a limit. Like you're not charging 78 cents on the dollar. You can't get away with that here.
I think maybe the economy was just better in 2000. I mean, we made a lot of money. Like we made a lot of money.
You could never get away with that here. You could never get away with that here.
And the theater was still profitable, but it was like just like it might have been because like that might have been like we might have had, I forget what we had as a co-feature to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So it might have been another Warner Brothers, and that might have been the deal they worked out to have those two films. But oftentimes we would just pay a flat fee of like $150 a week for the co-feature if it was older. So like, you pay almost no money, but the studio gets something, like something very small.
Yeah, look, the Cineplex chain, they worked out, hey, what if we sell the tickets to Disney movies? Adult tickets $5, kids tickets $4. Disney can have half of effectively Dickie McGee's acts, and we'll just charge the standard price for the popcorn drinks and make a dick ton of money.
Yeah, well, nowadays, theaters, they won't even stop you for bringing an outside food or drink, right?
Look, Disney got fucked by this deal, by the way. Like, because the theater somehow managed to negotiate a lock-in with Disney where they couldn't renegotiate the fee they were charging for the tickets. So effectively, for like 5 years, all these movie companies were getting like very little, and the theater was getting a lot of customers because their tickets were so cheap.
I mean,
anyway,
that's definitely
Disney and Universal eventually banded together and challenged this local theater and demanded they set a minimum pricing on the tickets. So they said, okay, we'll do $8 for an adult, $6 for a kid, and we'll like just slightly lower the popcorn cost to cover that.
Well, I think like they need to figure out ways to like, reinvigorate cinema. But hopefully now they'll start thinking outside the box. But all right, man. Hey, I got a whole lineup of people in the back room. I'm gonna let you go. But I appreciate you coming on. We'll talk more. We'll talk more this week. Bad Batch episode 3. I rewatched both episodes today.
And Loki, you doing Loki?
I'll do Loki as well. Yeah. That's gonna be.
I'll try to be there for that.
I can't do the post discussions because it's just too late.
That's fine.
But pre is easy. I just feel bad because I know everyone wants to talk about it, but it's like it keeps me up so fucking late.
See you, man.
I'll see you later. Have a good one, dude. Thank you very much. Music Man here says, I love when you can walk into a theater with food from the outside, although I don't think AMC allows you, which sucks. Well, the thing is, man, like look, they're paying these people minimum wage. All right, you're paying a high school kid, literally high school college kid, like minimum wage. Do you really think that they have the confrontational attitude to go after somebody with food or drink that's brought in from the outside? The answer to that is simply no. Now, me, on the other hand, because I am a stubborn bastard. Oh man, I did this. I will fully admit to being a tyrannical dickhead, but I did it to prove a point to an employee because he was kind of being a jerk. There was one day, it was like a midsummer day, and I was at the theater, the discount theater, and I'm training this guy, and he's kind of being like, he's being he's like, I don't understand why no outside food or drink. I'm like, well, because that pays your salary. Because that's true. It does. It pays your salary. So, you got to make sure people are buying. I'm like, so we walk into a theater and there's like, I don't know, like 6 people. It was the middle of the day. And almost every fucking person in there had a can of soda or like a bag of chips or something. And we look and he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to each and every person and have them throw that away. And he did. And they did. There's a negative Yelp review from like the summer of 2011, I think, where a woman, and you can probably find this, the Regency Academy 6, Cleveland Avenue, Pasadena, where she was bitching because she had bought two 20-ounce Pepsis across the street at the Rite Aid, and I wouldn't let her bring them in. I'm like, and my reasoning was, hey, lady, we actually sell Pepsi products here. And she got so mad at me that she wrote a negative Yelp review because I stopped her. Anyway, yeah. No. Episode 3 comes out this Thursday. All right. So real quick here, we'll bring in, he has to come in next, and then that's Edgar. What's going on, man?
Not much, brother. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay. For a moment, I'm like, I was actually like, my computer's like kind of messing up. But anyway, now it is. Now I see it. Okay, for a moment, it kind of glitched. But anyway, I just have to ask you like kind of like 3 questions, and just overall kind of discussing this. I know you talked about this yesterday, and I wanted to like know like a little bit of your thoughts, a little bit more, and also I just how you been? I mean, like just asking like how you been, like how's things going? I mean, it's been a while since we last talked, but anyway, the first question is, how do you feel more on the whole Zack Snyder supposedly used us? Like, I mean
look, I kind of clarified this on Max's stream last night. I did take the video down. I mean, I just put it to private. And the reason why was I thought about it afterward. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait for him to say something, if he says anything at all, clarify.
Because I was kind of like defending you, and I was kind of like, wait a minute, hold on. Couldn't we wait a little bit more?
Well, I'll fully admit, like, I reread that multiple times. It wasn't like I just read it once and I reacted.
You're not alone with that. I'm like, first I heard it from you, then I read it on my own, and I just like, after I defended you, and I'm like thinking, you know, it's pretty bad when you have the fandom really losing it. And like you said, I mean, the fandom is literally blinded a lot of ways.
Oh yeah. No, 100%. Like the thing is, it's like this, man. Like, you know, a lot of people I've noticed are attempting to like spin what he said. Now, the thing is, and I will give this credit, it could be that potentially whoever transcribed that interview just did so horribly. And the way that they put it together, it just looks bad. But the reality of it is when if you read it, he says they, them, they, and he's in reference to the people who are raising money, or he is absolutely like all over the place in regards to like how he speaks, which to Zach's, I guess, defense, he does have that problem. He kind of sucks when trying to talk normal.
Oh, and I mean, like it may be not his fault. It's just maybe it's the way he said it. It's just how it is, or just like the way he say it. That's just how he presented. Because I mean, sometimes we all let's just say things that really people may be misunderstood or whatever. But for me, I just think like, if he really play us, then really the whole movement, like you said, it's kind of dead. And I just feel like it really upsets me. That's the case. But also another question I wanted to ask you. This is years ago that I saw you do this, way back in your first channel before you made your new channel here. You were heavily against the Loki show. Have you?
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
I don't remember that. That.
Okay, basically you feel like another Loki from a different alternate universe would be not very good. And
I don't remember being, I remember there was like a Loki comic where like it was a comic where they had, I forget what it was that they put in there, but it was something that was like anti-Gamergate. It was clearly anti-Gamergate. And that's the only time I remember like saying anything about Loki. I'm not disagreeing with you. I put out like thousands upon thousands.
I know, man.
So like I don't remember the vast majority of them. You know.
Okay, I mean, like, how do you feel about Loki overall? Like, I'm
Oh, dude,
excited.
I love Tom Hiddleston in the role. Like, I can't wait to watch that.
I mean, like, no, I just want to know from you. Do you think Loki is going to be one of the main characters in Thor: Love and Thunder? Do you think this show will lead into Thor? Because that's what I hear the rumors.
Yeah,
are. And
no,
whenever there's rumors of Marvel, usually they're all true. I mean, like, for example, the Miss Marvel and the Ironheart show, they were in early stages of development way before their show were announced.
Well, yeah, so that's what happens.
I just want to know. I mean, like, how do you feel? Like, do you think this show will lead into Thor: Love and Thunder, or you already don't think so?
No, I absolutely think so. Right. Because the thing is, like, that. Well, that's the whole point of everything that they're doing. You know, everything that they're doing. Like, you know, WandaVision leads into Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was supposed to have a cameo. They actually signed the contract with Benedict Cumberbatch. The problem, though, is the COVID ended up really changing a couple things, and they had to change a couple storylines. Same with Falcon and Winter Soldier. What does that lead into? Well, that leads into the Captain America 4, you know, and probably New Avengers. Yeah, they're going to be doing a lot of stuff with that. And then you've got Hawkeye is going to be leading into, you know, I don't think we're going to get another Hawkeye movie, but, you know, you have what, New Avengers or West Coast Avengers or something.
That's going to be in New Avengers and Young Avengers whole thing. But
well, I mean, and that's coming. I mean, that's coming years down the road. They're just establishing these characters now. So yeah, Loki.
And that's the thing too. But I mean, like, just to kind of like end this, because I don't know if there's another person coming after me, but I mean,
oh yeah, no, there's a few people that are in the back, yeah.
And this is just one more. And have you heard the Flash leak?
I heard that there was a leak. I heard that there was a leak. I have not read the leak. I just heard that people said it was bad. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the leak yet. So that's the whole thing. Like, I know that it exists.
I think you should look into it just to be like curious.
Hold on. Okay. Just well, let me see here.
Because I mean, it's I mean, when I looked at it, I did a video about this. I mean, like, I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh my God, it's literally, I could buy into almost every little thing on this whole thing. Granted, I mean, it may change, but usually when there's a leak of something, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised half the time it's true, because there was a leak of Wonder Woman 84 and that came true. And it was just like, it really wouldn't put it past me if that's the case.
Well, there's like this massive Reddit post about it, and I've that's
it. Yeah, that's it.
It's like, so, you know, I don't know. Well, I don't. Well, the thing is, this is a lot to read, and I haven't read it yet, so I don't know the finer points of it. Because usually with these things, it's like this guy is saying like, "Oh, well, someone explains to Barry what is Flashpoint." You know, it's like, okay, well, give me the bullet points of what the leak is. Like, I don't care about the particulars.
That's basically, well, they gave you the Reddit pretty much gave you the bullet points of what's been mentioned and heavily been rumored for a while. And I just wanted to know, have you heard of it? So
no, well, I mean, like, anyway. I know. You know, I know, was it Oh My Diaz Eddie? I know Eddie, he did a video on it. And then he put it in the fucking thumbnail. Jesus Christ, Eddie. Anyway, he like literally has the text in the thumbnail. Like even the Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne one, which by the way, like, I fucking called that already. That's why Ben's coming back on that. Anyway, I don't know. Like, here's the deal. Dude, here's it. I don't know. The movie literally just started filming. Right, it literally just started filming. So, and then I know Grace did a video about Toby Emmerich, and I just watched it tonight, and she's like, "Oh, I hear that the Flash is good," and I'm like, "They just started filming it." You know, how can you say you heard it's good? They just started filming it, and then at the end she clarifies.
To be fair, Grace Randolph. I mean, I really feel like with her, she's 50-50 on her information a lot of times. I can't really buy into her, and I just feel like that's just me. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I get that. Min
anyway,
here says here, Ralph Boner is going to make an appearance in the Flash. That'd be perfect. I'd love to see that.
I mean, it was good talking to you. I mean, like the number one, I was very curiosity. I'm like, gee, I really wonder how, like, what happened to his video, because I'm like, I was just dying to know.
I just took it down. I want to wait for more info.
I'll just say this. I'm with you, but I'm also like kind of like holding on the Snyder fans. Like, whoa! Before you put the pitchforks at him, let's look at this whole thing. If this is every word that Zach said, I mean, you guys got played, and I know a few people were like, and friends of mine were like, I don't mind it. I'm like, I kind of look at, I'm like, okay, just kind of shaking my head to him, like, whatever. Just it really kind of says a lot. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, they chose their funeral. I mean, that's.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I don't have a, I mean, like, it is what it is. I think he said what he said, and it's like, that's the way it's printed. That's the way it's presented. And unless there's clarification, then that's what it is. But the thing is, though, and this is just the reality of it, is the fan base at large will not even remotely entertain that. When we know that he trolled Warner Brothers for a long time, in order to, like, if you think about it, he used the fan base he had on Vero to put out stuff that would get talked about. People would laugh at it, but then more curious folks would go on in. And then it really started picking up steam when it started turning into the whole suicide prevention thing. And then it's like, at that point, if he was just trolling people, then that got away from him. And he just kind of rolled with it. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, he got what he wanted. I got what I wanted. Transaction is done. I still want clarifying comments on this one, and I will probably reach out to Deborah and Zach directly, because I have a way of doing that. So I will probably, I'm just going to give it.
Okay. One last final question. Can you find a way to, can you find a way to do an interview on Zach? Like, I'm just asking.
I highly doubt it. After the Geeks and Gamers thing, they're not going to they're going to keep it locked and loaded to where they know that there's not going to be any issues. And it's not to say that, like, I'm Geeks and Gamers, but I mean, like, people would probably bring up some stuff, and that would end up, even though stuff I regret, whatever, people are dicks. And so they're going to look for whatever they can look into. So I don't know. I would like to, but I mean, I just don't see it happening.
I mean, like, it would be fun just to see you and him just talk about what a lot of things of movies and just whatever.
Oh, I want to ask him questions about, like, 300 and Dawn of the Dead and, Sucker Punch and stuff that's not fucking DC related.
Oh, well, the one question I died to know is, like, would you be open for doing a Marvel film? And that's all I want to know from him.
I think he has said that he would be open to do a Marvel film, but he wouldn't survive. Oh, no, that was Star Wars.
Well, I heard that too, but I mean, like, I personally think he would fit perfectly with Ghost Rider or Daredevil, which he has said he is a fan of Frank Miller. So I'm like, well, in case you want to reboot Daredevil, there's your opportunity. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna get going, and it was good talking to you again. Good clarify even further. I mean, I'm always gonna support you, like, and defend you, like, in case something shit like that ever happens again. So
I understand. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. All right, we'll talk again soon, right, Edgar? Thank you. All right, people are dicks. Yeah, that's right. People are dicks. I can be a dick. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm like some, like school kid. Or schoolgirl. That's the word, right? Oh no, Matt, he's just an angel. I can be a real big dickhead if I want to be. And I don't like to be. I don't like to get mad, but it happens. Anyway, Mad Max, the Mandalorian.
Hey, I like to get, hey, dogs, bad timing. I like to get mad.
You don't get mad anymore, though. You don't get mad anymore.
I'm doing better.
You're on like, you're just like, you're on copium.
No. Don't start that shit again. I heard your last guest. No, I'm not going to down. We had our argument last night. I have an argument now and I move on. I try not to.
You would have called me directly, though. You would have called me directly if there was anything.
Sometimes when we're talking on the phone, I don't tell you everything I'm going to do later on because I'm like, because I got to get what you're feeling on a topic too, and then I do it to But
What, to bait me on your show? Is that it? You called me up and you're just like, so what are your thoughts on this? And you're just like taking notes, and you're like, I'm just gonna have an alternate opinion to piss off Matt while he's delivering food.
My
come on in.
My opinion's genuine, but I kind of like hold back when we're talking, like in real life, because I don't tell you how I really feel, just to get your like. I'm not baiting you. Well, I am baiting you, but I'm kind of like.
But not the good kind of baiting, though.
No, well, I don't. We don't do that on our private calls either.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Get. This is why I don't do panels.
Thumbnail. What the hell?
Oh, I just thought the thumbnail was funny.
Yeah, you should do that more often with your.
Yeah, there we go. See, I made it super quick. I literally made it super quick.
Well, you should do more memes of yourself, because there's counteract all the no offense. I don't like the videos of you on YouTube, but there's a lot of weird thumbnails. You should
there are a fair amount of thumbnails. I just thought this was funny because I was like, what I was going to do originally was I was just going to have the box office attendee, right? I was trying to get a shot of the box office attendee, and then I ended up coming across the midget in a bikini part. And I thought that would be pretty funny. Mm-hmm. And then I just grabbed my Twitter avatar because I don't have anything else that's ready to go. And I just realized that the head of the midget in the bikini is really big on that body. Mm-hmm. And so I had to make my head larger in order to cover it up. Because I wasn't using Photoshop. I was using Canva. And yeah, so it just looks oddly, it looks like we're playing a game of GoldenEye and we have the big head mode on.
You should get Saggy to do some of your thumbnails. She does some good ones.
Sure, I have no problem laughing at myself.
Can we do a Matt Jarbo thumbnail competition?
Well, we'll put my head on this for something down the road. We were talking about this the other night.
Yeah,
we were talking about.
I actually have that in my thumbnail for our PlayStation Plus pod. Not that picture, but
I am. Hold on here. I'm very very confused.
A phenomenon, the tall lady. It's like
hold on a second here. I'm very confused. I have to. Hi.
What the hell?
I don't know.
I hate niggers.
Oh, I was gonna tell you what the. I was gonna tell you this is a trick.
That was a good one. That was good. I mean, it's terrible, and I'm glad. That was good because I'm like, it's like old people. Like, did someone give Granny and Grandpa
Dude, why are you watching old people and then other stuff at the same thing?
And they're back again with another one too. I can see. Oh, this one's totally fake.
Why do you YouTubers do this? I don't put this. I do not put the link in the chat. I don't.
No. There's one here.
I was gonna tell you as soon as I saw those old people faces. They know you too. They must know. They must.
Oh yeah,
they know
someone.
I gotta
someone. That's funny.
I gotta watch. Matt Jarb was too curious to bring this on, and you brought it on with me. You make me wait forever, and then you get.
They literally just came in. I was I was taken aback. I was taken aback by the old people looking confused. That is an excellent. It's an excellent bait, by the way. I have to just give credit to that. And then I'm like, but as soon as I saw it move,
he was trying to do too quick too.
Get
the prawn on because he's fumbling the old people.
Yeah, it was. I give the old people that was a good.
Well, now I know how they do it. They put an iPad up on.
Yeah, well, there's another one right here too. There's this person in the back. I'm not going to bring him up though. And they here I'll show it. So, I won't show it. I won't show it in the thing, but I'll bring up a screenshot of it. So it's this person is definitely not a real person. We can see here that, hold on, let it load. All right. So we can see that there's, Elizabeth right there. And it's right now it's right back to a girl DPing multiple black penises, but, you guys can't see that. I can see it. But that's the whole point there. There we go on that one. All right. So
that's messed up, dudes.
No, what I'm just
they're literally. This is an epidemic on YouTube. It's not even like it's Matt Jarbo. They've been doing this to every.
No, but they're literally just showing it. I think it's funny. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave them there because I can see it.
Is Sabrina Hayes that commenter? Thanks. It always works. Are they? Is that the person? That
Yeah.
did
See,
it?
this is the thing. Luckily, none of you guys can see who's in the back room.
Okay, yeah.
I'm the only one that is going to be that is being traumatized by what I'm seeing there. But
well, let's talk about that tall vampire lady.
No,
is it a phenomenon? Is it like
that's a phenomenon? Yeah, people were really. We were talking about goth and goth titties the other night. Someone had brought it up, and so we were talking about that. That's why I forgot that I had the shot.
Well,
there.
I was Googling it.
Yeah.
Because I'm making a thumbnail for my video game podcast tomorrow.
Oh, do you want me to send you that?
No. I'm not using that because I also have a guest lady on, and I don't want to put. I don't want to put her picture.
You're not trying to. Yeah, you're not trying to.
I used a more modest one.
Right. I get you.
But
you had no problem with Lily James's Pam Anderson.
Well, listen. Movie talk is slow as shit. And then I was like, "Oh, people might be." No one was interested in that. And then I made the thumbnail more, like the real Pam Anderson next to Lily James Pam, and still no one's clicking on the video.
Oh no! I mean, like literally, like the makeup looks like amazing in that.
She's a beautiful young lady.
I am because like I'm a big fan of Downton Abbey, right? So I know her.
Is that where else is she's from?
She's from Downton Abbey, so I know her as Lady Rose, and she also was Cinderella.
Yeah,
so
I liked her in Cinderella.
I liked her in that as well. And so it's like you see her looking like Pam Anderson, and you're like, because then again, like for me,
it's wow.
Like for me, it's the whole notion here is like I had a huge thing for Pamela Anderson back in the day. Like huge thing.
I didn't, but now I have.
But like barbed wire, man. Like I was not 17 when that movie came out. So I found ways to go and see that movie. And a lot of it was it was a terrible movie, but I was not there for the movie.
Well, here's the thing. Like Sebastian Stan is interesting for him to be like that, but her, that's like a whole nother level. That's going to break.
We're going to have to wait and see what happens with all that. Yeah,
I like when we see like live action of her acting with it. Yeah.
Zeno, Max did it for research. Yeah.
I did one Google.
Max was Googling it.
I Googled it for a thumbnail. And then there was also a story about this Instagram lady that's cosplaying as her. She's blowing up too.
About what the lady...
Because she's a tall cosplayer.
Okay. I don't know how to even pronounce that. Let's see. Lady Dime... well, hold on here. I guess there's I want to see.
I also found something else while I was doing my video game research. This is just real quick. If you could share this. This is not what the guy... I love... Anyone like Conquer back in the day?
Yeah. Conquer's Bad Fur Day, man.
Look at this plushie. Bring that up real quick.
All right.
I might have to get this.
There we go.
Listen, it talks.
Oh, wow.
It's foul, and then there's a shot glass.
When I went to E3 for the very first time in 2000, Conquer's Bad Fur Day was there, and they had actually built a bar inside the LA Convention Center, and I was 18, and you had to be 21 to get into. Back when E3 was so cool and it wasn't shit. So like that, so it's like I've been a Conquer fan for over 20 years now.
I did have the original box, and I sold it like 2 years ago. I
have a Conquer t-shirt that's it's still in my drawer. I can't get it right now, but I'll take a picture of it tomorrow or something. When Conquer's Bad Fur Day came out, one of my friends from the internet wanted to he came out right around my birthday, and he wanted to get it for me for my birthday. So he mailed it to me, and he also got me this Conquer N64 t-shirt that at the time, I'm a fat guy. So I was a fat kid. And so I could never wear the shirt. It was too small for me, but I kept it. So it's been 20 years now that I've kept this shirt, and I've got it in my drawer. So yeah, I love Conquer. I would love to see more. Let's see here. Dark Beast. What are you saying here? What is this? Blast from the past? I want to make sure. Oh, what is this?
Do you still have a bunch of weirdos in the background? I mean, there's probably normal people there too, but like people trying to
No, it's an old clip from my from an old live stream that I like from 2017 before everything went tits up. I'll play it real quick. It's like 6 seconds. But they're swearing in it, so whatever.
Oh, if anyone's watching that isn't subscribed to the PlayStation Plus podcast, we're up to 112. So no. Listen, Because I'm taking. Oh,
Hold
I
on,
didn't
it's
interrupt
6 seconds, 5 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
Darboing is a new clomping. You shut the fuck up, Hank McCoy. You shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah. So what he's saying there is clomping is the Jarbo Wings the new clomping. Clomping is a terminology for bronies when they have sex.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. So that's an oldie. That's an oldie, but a goodie. And Sammy here says someone pointed out that when Black Superman announcement was on Henry Cavill's birthday, WB really has no respect. Oh yeah. That wasn't lost on anybody. Trust me, that wasn't lost on anybody. So, it's not. Sorry. I was corrected in the private chat. It's clopping, not clomping. I'm not a brony.
Clopping.
I'm not a brony.
It doesn't sound good to me.
No, it's like yiffing.
But I wasn't just trying to show my channel for no reason. Like, if there are any gamers that are listening, I'm being serious about this channel with my friends, and I'm gonna start doing giveaways. I just might do cash for gamers somehow. Like, send it. No. Listen, why? No. Like, once we get to 200 subs, 250. What are you laughing at me?
Yes, I am. Like, hey guys, come to my channel, sub. I'm giving away money.
No, for gaming. Like, because instead of sending a product around the world right now, it's a little higher shipping.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be serious here.
No. I'm all.
No,
Just the way you
You
said
know
it.
how
the
hard
way,
it is to build a channel from scratch.
Dude, I'm trying to rebuild my old channel, and I got
Right.
I got a message tonight from this guy that was like, it was like one of the most entitled piece of shit messages I've ever gotten from someone who claims to not be a fan. And I'm like, Jesus, nothing I do, like, it doesn't matter, dude. I could literally save children from a burning fire at a cancer research wing at a hospital, and they'd still be like, yeah, but you flagged people. You know what I mean? Like, that's how bad this shit is. It's fucking old. Anyway, I get it. And so no, Max here, he does good content. He puts out content all the time. He does movie talk, brings in a whole panel of people, never lets them get a word in edgewise.
If you could share it's in the private chat, it's because I don't actually, that was a bad time now that we had those weirdos come on. But if someone is actually in the gaming that's listening, I've not a lot of money, but give some gamer cash, something like that. Spread the love of gaming. I'm really getting back in the gaming since the pandemic. Besides movies, TV shows, it's really ignited my gaming again.
Completely, yeah. It's like you don't have children, so it's like it's the opposite when you have kids. Yeah, like today, I'm just saying, no, good for you. Like I'm saying, like I'm, like I laid my kids down and I played Far Cry New Dawn for like 2 hours, and I'm like, finally. And all I did is do side missions.
I actually want to have you on one Sunday. I know it's early in the day for you, but if we could try one,
and that's
Sunday,
fine. I mean, like, that's not tomorrow because I'll be with family.
No.
But
we have a special guest tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I could come talk games. I do have like a lot of experience, in the, like, I don't want to say in the gaming industry because whatever. I've been around for a long time. Like, I've been to E3 multiple times.
Yeah, I tried to tell you should start doing gaming vids again, but you're like, it's hard. You have to be consistently.
It's like doing the gaming stuff. Like, here's the thing with me on the gaming thing. It's like, so people go for the personality, right? On these streamers, when I play games, like it's
like
so hard.
Rich Review Tech USA's been taking his shirt off.
Yeah, I don't want to. No. I don't need, like, I'm comfortable enough in my body to where I'm like, I don't need to sit there and whatever. But I like Rich and everything else. It's just that's his. No, I'm not there yet. Maybe one day. Maybe when whatever. But I cannot do commentary in game at the same time. My brain just, like, because I focus on gaming. I focus on the gaming part. So if I'm like watching somebody else play or something along those lines, that's a little different. But I mean, and I'm interested in gaming news. I actually really wanted to kind of rebrand and start a new PlayStation 5 channel. I was going to do a PS5 news channel, and I thought about doing it. And the problem though is it came, it just kind of like, I didn't have the money to buy a PS5 at the time. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I can't pre-order a PS5. What the fuck am I going to do? I'm like, am I just going to read articles? Like, I just, like, I don't really want to, I don't want to read articles. I mean, I do read articles anyway, but
I do want to share one more thing because we're talking about gaming. Everyone loves Castlevania, right?
Yeah.
Just show this real quick. It's a heads up because it's going to sell out quick. Limited run games. This is the base version. It has like all the old school Castlevanias from NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis on one. It's a collection. If you're interested in Castlevania, it comes out next Friday for pre-order. I'm getting this shit. If you're a big Castlevania fan, it's really cool to have this on physical card for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, there you go.
I'd share that with everyone. I have to sign in and be ready next Friday to get my copy.
Okay. Okay, so we can kind of tie this in. I haven't watched the Netflix show. Should I watch the Netflix show?
Yeah, I started to watch it. It was really good. My wife finished it without me. I got to go back and watch it. I've heard nothing but great things.
So your wife finishes without you? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I go and do movie talk and she finishes without me. Is that how you want to end it?
No, you set yourself up for that.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to do? You know what I should do? I want to cut out.
My wife finishes without me.
No,
and I come on the internet and play and talk about YouTube and Zack Snyder, and I'm talking about Castlevania. I am a nerd. Okay, I wear a mask all the time. I cosplay for my movie talk every day.
Anyway, what the whole point is, earlier, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that 9-minute segment that I was on your channel earlier today, and then I'm going to clip that out and put that on my channel because I was funny during that.
Oh, you know what? I do have to bring this up because it happened on your show tonight with the guy, having the old people and then showing his, please check out Saggy Melon's video of Cyrus Martin because they have an Amico podcast and that happened and his expression is the funniest expression ever to someone exposing themselves on a stream. They not the person that actually did it, someone that was on the panel. He looked like so uncomfortable. It's hilarious.
Some people out there are just, they choke up at the sign of dick. Basically, is what it boils down to. It's like, oh my god, a penis.
No, but I died laughing when I saw it.
All right. Well, all right, man. Well, hey, I'll let you go. Well, I mean, you can hang out I don't know if you want to hang out.
No, I need to get to sleep anyway. But
yeah, it's like 3 a.m. your time. All right. Well, because RJ did drop $2. Says Max Shill, so he will only give away Amico bucks. I have a feeling.
I think I'm gonna do Cash App or something. Do the people know who? Is it private if you send a Cash App to someone or?
I think you can. I don't know. I have honestly no idea. I've only gotten 2 Cash Apps so far, and it's just
you try to say I'll do other things, but people just like doing YouTube super chat. Really,
I know. Oh, I know. It is easy, and it's reflective on screen. And if I was on OBS, it would be different because OBS I could tie it into Streamlabs and it would pop up on screen and stuff, but it is what it is.
You know what? Your clickbait worked. I was about to go to bed and I only clicked on your video and came in because of your thumbnail.
Yeah, the thumbnail works. There we go. It's going to get a lot of play tomorrow. That's for certain. All right, man. Well, hey, so yeah, I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
And all right, dude, I appreciate it. You for coming on. Thank you.
Yeah, give him some more super chats.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
All right, thanks, Max. I'll see you, buddy. Bye. Okay, so we got that real quick here. Charles here with the $5 asking the question, why did you take down the video you made talking about Zack Snyder allegedly disrespecting supporters? The main reason why I took it down was because I got messages from people who I know personally who were like really upset with it. And like, I was mad and I stand by being frustrated because I read what he said and, I want clarification, but I'd also it hurt people apparently, really. And that was kind of shocking to me. So I just kind of felt like that was the reason, to be honest. It's weird. I don't care if I get a good like or dislike ratio on comments like that because it is what it is. It's an impassioned hot take. It is what it is. But when people are legitimately upset and people that I care about, I was just, that's okay. I'm not going to apologize for what I said because I feel like unless there's clarification, I'm kind of right on the money. That's the whole point now. I need clarification from either the journalist or Zach, but those were Zach's words. So he said that. And if it was jumbled in the translation, then we need to know that it was jumbled in the translation. Because even I talked to other journalists yesterday who were looking at that and going, that's bad. So it's like, there's a thing there. I might put it back up depending, but it was so weird that it hurt people. And I'm a compassionate, I'm a softie, dude. I'm a softie, that's mostly what it boiled down to. I'm just a softie. I got mad and, whatever. I probably shouldn't have posted it, but it is what it is. Anyway, thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right. So, who did I say the next person was? We got more people in there. Okay. Yeah, we got Eddie. How's it going, Eddie?
Not much. How you been, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just got myself some Bluetooth headsets finally, or earbuds. So
Oh,
I gotta
good.
keep my voice down because my mom is, I don't know if she's sleeping right now. She doesn't.
Oh,
like me
does
talking
your
at
mom
this
ever knock on your door and go, Eddie, stop talking to your friends on the internet?
time. She used to. She used to do that to me.
Oh,
But
she used to?
Now she just, yeah, she used to. Now, like if she ever tries to do it, she'll just yell it from downstairs.
Okay, yeah. I get
I
text
guess-
messages from my girlfriend if I wake her up if I'm streaming too loud. I'll get messages like, can you shut the fuck up? And I'm like, all right, yeah, fine, my bad. Because it sometimes sound carries and I can laugh a little bit too loud or something. I understand that. So what's
Brought
on
some
your
friends.
mind? Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just
yeah,
brought some
yeah.
friends.
Oh, those are the ones you were sending me the pictures of.
Yeah.
So we
I
got
bought 'em
the, is that from the, I
Liu
haven't
Kang
seen the
and
new
Shaw.
movie yet. So are these from the
You
new
still
movie?
have not watched it?
I played video games instead of watching movies. I made that decision.
Yeah, these are from MK11.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I the thing is, I don't like fighting games.
How dare you?
I'm just I honestly, I bought Injustice 2 a couple years ago. I did one live
it's pretty
stream
good.
trying to learn do the training. I got so mad. I never played it again. I literally, it's in a drawer right now. I never touched it again. I got so mad at it. I was like, all right. And I'm like, that's because I know fighting games aren't for me. But first
Is
person
it the
shooters.
standard one or the complete?
No, it's the standard. It was a standard. It was a standard model. I had the deal through Best Buy at the time, so it only cost me
Okay.
it was cheap. It was cheaper. I didn't
Right,
feel
but
like
it
I
was
wasted
like
my
an
money.
Right, but they had a standard version, and there was an.
It was just a
expansion pack
standard.
with,
Yeah, I
all
don't
the-
buy. I don't really buy collector's editions. I just never really felt the need for it. So
Yeah, for me, I'm old fashioned. So if I buy even if it's a fighting game, whatever, and I buy it, I'll just buy the regular edition because I would save less money rather than getting an expansion pack, unless it's I feel like it's fully necessary for me to get it. So, but other than that, I just buy the standard ones, and if I want to spend maybe a couple extra dollars, I just go on PlayStation Store and just purchase some DLCs and stuff.
yeah,
I know I'm supposed to once I finally get a PS4 and I buy MK11, I know I gotta pay for the whole the aftermath storyline that they just came out with, and then the expansion pack with the Terminator, Rambo, and then other characters that you can unlock. Which, speaking of which, hold on, let me put these guys to the side. I just wanted to show these off. But MK11 recently did a DLC release where you can play as the 95 movie versions, and it has the voice actors from the 95 movie returning to voice those DLCs.
Oh wow! Even Bridget Wilson Stampos as Sonya Blade.
Yeah, she's back as Sonya Blade, and as her DLC, Chris Lambert is back as Raiden, and Lyndon Ashby, I think that's his name, who plays Johnny Cage, is doing Johnny Cage. The only one that's not present is Liu Kang, I guess, because they didn't have room for him yet. But if they do, I'm sure they're going to get Robin Shu. I think they're going to get him back to voice, because I know they got Shang Tsung's actor already in the game. So
Okay.
they don't need to do that. But
Yeah, what's that guy's name anyway? I know his name.
Which
The
one?
Shang Tsung's actor.
Carrie, I think it's Carrie Katagawa. Carrie something Takagawa, because it's there's a dash
I've been a fan of his
class.
for a long time, so I know the name if I saw it. Carrie, I want to make sure I got it right.
He was in Elektra. in the Jennifer Garner movie, Elektra.
Oh,
That, of course, we don't talk about that, I know, but he had a cameo in that movie.
oh yeah. Terry Tagawa.
Carrie.
Oh,
Carrie
is
Tagawa.
Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Carrie, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. He's no, he was in there's a movie he was in a long time ago called Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Is that another Kurt Russell movie or
No, Showdown in Little Tokyo was a Brendan Lee. I believe it was Brendan Lee and Dolph Lundgren. Showdown.
Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. Nice.
I think so. Showdown in Little Tokyo. The movie had like yeah. It's Brandon. It's Dolph Lundgren, Brandon Lee, and it's got Tia Carrera in one of her first movies.
Oh yeah. Oh
and
wait,
so-
I remember that movie now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie's pretty damn violent. That was a movie like I saw when I was a kid, and I so should not have seen it because they go to this they go to this sushi restaurant, and like all these Japanese businessmen are literally eating sushi off of like completely naked women, and like my cousin and I were like 8 or 9 years old, and we're going like, where do you get sushi at like that? Like
Speaking
what?
of that, speaking of that, there was this movie called Sushi Girl that had Mark Hamill in it. I don't know if you've seen that, but that same concept was used in that movie. I think it had Tony Todd in there too, and Mark Hamill and a couple others. But
Okay.
if we're talking like eating sushi off of a woman, that movie also did that.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you should see Showdown in Little Tokyo. It's actually a pretty good movie.
I will.
There's
you,
I mean, I
go
love
ahead.
those like older, shittier films, but that's fun. I like it.
Have you seen The Raid?
No,
You have not seen
I
The
know,
Raid?
I
don't-
know
mean,
of the raid. I know of the raid. I have not seen the raid.
It's good. I mean, you definitely have to check it out because that's what Joe Taslim was famous for before he did, Fast and Furious 6 and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know that I know that the movie's popular, and I've seen like some of it. I remember like when the raid came out, people accused Dredd of stealing the plot.
Like in terms of the story.
Yeah, I mean the plots are very, very similar,
I see.
But at the same time, like it's also kind of like who cares? Like both movies are they're different and similar enough. But hey, man, I'm gonna let you go. I still got a bunch of people to get through. And I appreciate you coming on, man.
Sure.
we'll talk soon. Yeah.
If you get a chance to watch the movie, hit me up on Twitter and let me know your thoughts on it. Just keep your expectations low because I did, and I still came out enjoying the movie.
Oh, sure, yeah. Is it streaming anywhere? Is it on Netflix?
HBO Max.
Oh, well, there we go. I still have it
Yeah.
for like I think this is my last month with HBO Max, and yeah, I'll try to give it. I'll try to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it about maybe 2 more times before I probably check it out maybe a 6th and final time in the theater just to see how the experience looks. But other than that, like it's gonna be on there till then. They have the '95 movie now on HBO Max as well.
Oh, cool, man. All right, yeah, I would love to watch that one again.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
And then here's my pendant from 2015 Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I just wanted to show that off.
No,
man,
it's all
peace.
good. It's all good, man. I love that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Me
All right,
too.
man. We'll talk later, Eddie. Have a good one, buddy.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. One step. You said you had one quick question.
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to, come up front and just let you know I'm not like here to start any, drama or get any like hot clips,
Oh,
So I appreciate you letting me. I appreciate you letting me come in. It was kind of crazy. I know you didn't mean it in any kind of way, but the way you told Max, like, oh, you don't have any kids. The way it sounded at first was you like kind of throwing a shot at him.
Oh no, I didn't mean it. I meant it more like you lucky bastard. Like I love
Right.
my kids, but it's like there's times where they're 3 and they're 2 almost. So it's
I
like
get it.
it's non-stop. I love my
Yeah.
daughters; they're fantastic. But I just want to like game. I miss those days of like sleeping till 11 a.m. and
Yeah,
rolling
don't we
out
all?
of bed, and there's like playing a video game until I feel like I need to go make a YouTube video, and then like go back to playing games after I'm done working. Now it's like wake up, change some diapers, make some food, hang out, watch Cocomelon. a lot of
man.
Cocomelon, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah, the
nap time,
diaper
and then I
thing.
work.
The diapers thing's always rough. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Nah, the
But
kids. No, they're again. I'm being facetious, but no, I
oh
love
yeah,
my kids.
100%.
I love my kids.
100%. Yeah, I get it. But you had a question. I think it was before the last caller. Can you kind of fill me in? Because like I'll be honest with you, um, I kind of stepped back. Like once the Snyder Cut came out, I kind of stepped back from that whole circle because like I even though I love Zack Snyder, I love his work, like so on and so forth. Um, I was kind of I appreciated the movement. Like I was like in it from the jump, like before it even had like the hashtag. Like I'm talking like right after the movie came out.
Yeah,
Like I was one of those livid people. And but when Zach got involved originally, like it was still like this was not even like a shot in the dark chance. It was like it wasn't going to happen, but this was about suicide awareness and like suicide prevention, and that's what I always appreciated about the movement. But you know how like right before the movie came up, once the marketing push kind of started to happen, there was that big leap onto the bandwagon, and that's when like a lot of the I don't want to use the T word, but a lot of the negativity started to really pile into like, and every fan movement kind of has that negative stuff, but
yeah.
I just didn't want to be involved with it anymore. So I'm kind of out of touch. What was the question? Like, can you fill me in on like what that question was about in your video? Because I don't know anything about it, like what Zach said, and I'm like interested.
Oh, so more or less what it was there was an interview where he was talking, and this is where there's been some confusion, whether he was referring to journalists or where he was referring to the fandom, right?
Right.
So there's been that discrepancy. And in reality, it's like
What did he say, though?
he just said more or less that he used people. He that
Oh,
that
right.
they were easy to bait. They're easy targets, and
Right.
it's not hard to clickbait them. Now, again,
Was this
it
a
could go.
video interview or just like
No,
a text?
it was a text one. It was for
Yeah,
the
that's
Times,
rough.
not
Yeah,
the
that's
New
rough.
York Times or the LA Times, the Times.uk or .co.uk. And
Right.
so again, the issue is if this is simply like a mistranscription because there was
Right.
humor implied, they fucked up. If this was exactly as he said it, then Zach fucked up. Either way, there should be some clarification, and the large majority of the fandom, they don't care. They don't care because they don't actually
Right.
want to. They look. I'll just say it. Like, what? A lot of people who retweet Ray Fisher's accountability over entertainment, it's all fucking lip service.
Yeah.
It's all
yeah.
lip service. That's what it boils down to. And it's like, come on, guys. If you really cared about that, you all would have canceled your HBO Max subscription like 5 times over now.
Yeah, I mean, like, if anybody cared a lot about a lot of this stuff,
Yeah. I mean, like I bitched about it, but I'm like, I'm not going to cancel it. I'll say it though. So that's kind of the whole point is like, there's a lot there that should be talked about, but we're not going to get any information out of it. And a lot of people, they'd rather just move on from it and forget that it exists, which to me kind of comes across a bit like it's ostrich with their head in the ground because you just don't want to believe it,
Like
and
la 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 la.
yeah. And the thing is, I get why nobody wants to be treated like, made to feel like they're stupid or they've been used. Nobody wants to.
That seems kind of like they're scared that if they got clarification, it might not be the clarification they want.
It's possible. I mean, the thing is, like, my take on it is generally like, yes, he used his fan base to push this thing. He did.
Is that why people wanted were upset with your videos because you basically said that?
Yeah, I got pissed off also because I said like fuck you to him like multiple times.
Okay.
I was pissed. I was pissed because like if he was baiting people with like trolling on Vero to get to bring attention to the Snyder Cut, dude, I don't give a fuck about that. By all means, I support that because I get it, right? But once it became about about suicide prevention, and that the two became synonymous, right? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like because I've had moments where like I was at that point. You know what I mean? I've had real dark fucking moments, and like I have 2 daughters, and like I wonder like are they going to be like are they going to have issues in their world? Like I don't want that. So it's like suicide's a big thing.
I totally get it because
Yeah.
like I take care of two little girls that are my sister's little girls, and yeah, I mean I'm sure you can connect the dots there why I'm taking care of them and not her. So like yeah, it's a big deal to me too.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. And it's like that's a good thing you're taking care of them too. I'm just saying it's like I just want clarification. But like I said before, people I know personally got like real hurt by that. Like they were really upset with me. And it's like I hurt them for having this really kind of like very vocal opinion. And I was pissed. And like you know what? Like when I get really mad, it's easy to tell. Because I will fucking bull in a china shop that shit. And so, but I took it down because like it hurt people who I knew, and I didn't think about that. Like I didn't, and I maybe shouldn't care about that. Like I maybe shouldn't care about that because it's my channel, my voice, my opinion, and the people out there that are going to kind of come at me either way over it. But it's like, look, I value friendships. I value these friendships. I don't want people to be, I don't want people to think that I don't value them. We might disagree, but it's like I don't want people to like, think that. So because I'm not like I'm not an insensitive monster. I'm an asshole sometimes, sure. But that's really why I did it. And I'm waiting for clarification. So that's really about it. It's like
your goal was more so to like voice your opinion and you don't though your intention wasn't to hurt anybody's feelings, you felt better taking it down so that wasn't the case. So you weren't hurting anybody's feelings. I get that.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to like sit there and like, like attack anyone or nothing like that. Cause I've been the subject of many, many attack videos. And I understand the emotional, like sometimes it's just like, like they say, like most of the time you can kind of roll it all off. Not a problem. Right. But like sometimes they say like the one thing that is disingenuous, but you can't explain it to them like in a way to explain it. Right. So like it just gets right underneath the skin. And that's what bothers. Like that's always what bothers me is when I'm taking out of context. So if I'm taking Zach out of context, I want to know that I'm taking Zach out of context. And I think that is something that, and I will be drafting an email to them, asking for clarification on that because,
that's fair. I mean, I'm interested in clarification now that I know,
Yeah. But the thing is like, I don't know. I don't think they would respond to me, to be honest with you, but I mean, we'll have to wait. Yeah, but
all you can do is try. I mean, like, if you're standing behind what you're saying now, like all you can do is email on them and see if they answer, if they don't, they don't, but there's not more you can do.
Yeah, that's all it really boils down to. It's just that. So,
all right, man. Well, thanks. I appreciate you letting me come on and telling me about that, man. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too, dude. We'll talk again soon. Have yourself a good, Maddie.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Good one. All right. So I know. I had an order, and that's all kind of gone now. Okay. Let's see how I'm going to do this here because I got a few of you guys left, and I got maybe a half hour to go. So real quick. You know him. He's here all the time. He's running to the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Chabot.
How you doing?
I'm okay, man. I appreciate you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Same to you, man. Are you going to be spending today with your moms?
Well, we're getting a haircut and everything. So fresh, so clean.
You have hair?
Yeah, on my face.
Oh, you're gonna go get a shave
and a shape up.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom is sleeping. Tonight we watch Without Remorse.
Oh, which one is that one?
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen. That's one I have to watch. How was it? Was it good? No spoilers.
Awesome. It has a post-credit scene.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind because I've heard something about like it possibly setting up like a Rainbow Six Siege movie. I'm not gonna. Okay, but don't spoil it for me. I need to watch it. Maybe tomorrow night. I'll be home tomorrow night, and I might be able to check it out.
It's a good movie. We were trying to watch the fight, but we didn't get it.
Was there? I don't know about a fight. Was there a fight?
The boxing match.
I don't know.
Boxing. I was trying.
No, I don't know who was fighting. I don't follow boxing.
All right, look at I got. Hold on. Look at I got from Lloyd Kaufman from 4 years ago. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Oh, Toxie.
Yeah, he signed it.
Cool. And you got that a couple years ago?
A few years ago, yeah, from Forbidden Planet.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I've been doing good. We haven't talked for a few days. Thursday I went with my worker. He referring to Cornell versus Saunders. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Rel. I appreciate that, buddy.
So I went out with my worker, ate me a nice salad.
Nice.
That was good.
Good, man. Good. And then, so is that you're just going to be doing the haircut with your mom tomorrow? Is that it?
I'm going out with my dad. I'm going out with
Oh,
my father.
nice.
Stepdad, excuse me, stepdad.
Now, are you guys going to go do something special for your mom and then bring it back, or are you just
We,
going to
we
give
already
her?
we already got her flowers. Me
Oh,
and my
okay,
stepdad.
okay. So you're just going to give her some time alone then.
Yeah.
That's always. I'll tell you this, man. That's really what parents want. Really, you know what I mean? Like I've learned this because that's what I want. On Father's Day, my girlfriend would be like, "What do you want?" And I'll be like, "Silence, peace, and quiet." That's what I want. I want to watch a movie or I want to play video games, and I don't want to worry about shit.
But what we watched Without Remorse. We almost watched Psycho Gorman. I try to rewatch that. I watched a couple episodes of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I need to.
Good. It's good. And I also watched The Boys today.
Oh, first season?
Second.
Okay. Boys is badass. Have
Boys
you watched Invincible yet?
No, I have not.
You need to watch Invincible.
I will. But the thing is, I haven't watched season 3 of Cobra Kai yet.
Okay.
But
I haven't seen any of Cobra Kai, so no, I saw the first episode.
So Cobra Kai is badass. You know, I'm doing good and everything. I still thinking about writing this book, you know, for 2023.
You've been talking about this book, dude, for a long while. You've sent me pictures of it. So I know you're working on it. All right. And now you've built it up. You call in the show all the time. You've built it up, Anthony. You've built up your biopic. Yeah, you've built up your memoirs. You've built up all of these things, and you can't keep us hanging anymore, buddy. You can't. You got to keep working on it, man, because we want to know the life of Anthony Chabot. You know, we want you to get out to Hollywood to meet your cousin.
When I was a kid, it's going to tell you how I became a video store fanatic.
Good, man. Yeah, you got. You got to. The thing is, you just got to keep writing. You got to keep writing every day. You got to write.
And then you know, I just watched Rock Odyssey a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. Yeah,
Rock Odyssey's a good one, but you know, it's a shame that Warner Media won't release it.
Well, I mean, maybe one day, you know, but you've got it. You've got it on VHS, right?
No, I watched it on Daily Motion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, Yvonne. You know, I'm doing good. You know, I'm losing weight a couple of pounds later.
Good, man. Keep it up. Keep up. You gotta eat healthy. You had a salad, right? Yep. You don't have any hair, so that's gonna take off those that weight right there. You're walking with your worker. That's good. Yep. And you know what? Just drink more water, lay off the junk food, and you should be doing pretty good, man.
No problem. A happy Mother's Day to your girlfriend.
Thank you. She's looking forward to having a day of silence tomorrow.
Me too. My mom too. But we're not going to be gone that long. We're going to go get a haircut, and then we're going get some laundry, and that's it.
All right, man. Well, I will leave you to it. Okay. Anthony, thanks for coming on in, buddy, and we'll talk soon. You too. Thank you very much, Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys all know him. You guys all love him. We got a little bit of stuff there. Anthony from Geeks, Music Man. Quan, yeah, Tony here. All right, he's got a fan club already. Anthony, you got to get working on that biopic. Okay, I'm trying to get through people in the order that they popped. That I know we've been running behind. Hugo, I know you've been waiting a while, man. How's it going?
Hey, Matt.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing okay. Just back is feeling better finally, so that's good. And
great.
Able to
that's
get
awesome.
out back to work, so I'm happy with that too.
Work. I remember what that was like. I miss having a job.
I deliver people's food. It's not rocket science, but it's like, but you got to take pride in what you do.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to complicate it or make it sound like what you're doing is amazing and that you enjoy it or anything. It's just the idea of getting out of their house and earning a paycheck and stuff. It's something I haven't done for about a year now.
Oh wow, because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I was put on furlough, and then eventually they just terminated my contract. I worked with a catering company at my local zoo.
Oh man, yeah. With any luck, I mean, I don't think we're gonna be back to normal for honestly, we're never gonna be fully back to normal. There's gonna be the new normal, but I hope that people are more aware, right? Like I was at the urgent care the other day because I had an ear infection, And I was talking to the lady there, the nurse, and I'm like, you know what's weird is like I'm like I haven't gotten like sick all year, you know. And she's like, yeah, because let me guess, you wear a mask and you wash your hands all the time. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, if we all did that, you'd never get sick because you would just be protected by it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fair point. It's like you just don't think about those kind of things.
Well, I've realized over the last year that maybe I washed my hands a little too much, and now I just got to watch them a little less so my skin doesn't go too dry.
Oh, dude, hand lotion is your best friend. I recommend Gold
Well,
Bond.
I do use that sometimes, but
I mean, I have a giant family.
I went a bit too OTT with it.
I understand. My girlfriend got me a family size bottle of Gold Bond that's literally right next to my monitor right now. So if you were to walk in, you would see my big monitor, and then you would see a big old jar of lotion, and you'd think, what have you been up to? But no, the thing with the thing now. Yeah, well, you know what? Help here. Good luck sleeping tonight. But all I'm saying
no,
is,
I didn't mean it like that.
all I'm saying is like, Gold Bond is quick dry, by the way. So you're thinking of Jergens, that's the more water-based stuff. This is quick dry, moisturizing. I have to clarify so people don't sit there and get the wrong idea. But no, my hands are very sensitive to because I've worked in like food industry as well and all that. So it's like dish soap gets me. I went to Taco Bell tonight and I washed my hands using their soap, and it was like it just sucked all the moisture out of my hands. But I felt I was happy to use the bathroom at a restaurant again. For like the last year, most of the places block off their restrooms for employees, and even though I show up as a delivery guy, they're like, yeah, tough titties. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me pull over, find a bush somewhere, because like no one lets me use a damn bathroom. So I was very happy to finally be able to pee inside. So I'm just saying it's the little things. The little things.
I agree. I saw the new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. Thought of you instantly.
Thank you. I don't know why. I mean, like, I get it because like
last time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I saw that Ernie Hudson had seen the movie and that he liked it. And I'm waiting. The movie should have already been out on home video. It should already be on streaming by this point in time, But I get Sony wanting to push it. It's the right move to push it till everything's ready. I just want to see it because, like, I really want to go back to Ghostbusters and not like, and be excited for seeing some more stuff of it.
Me too, man. Me too. I know I'm not as big a Ghostbusters fan as you, but I'm keen to get into that world, as I said before.
Yeah, I think there's a lot, like, that's the thing with a lot of these IPs. They should really, really start focusing on like the lore of the IP. And that goes a long way at like developing hardcore diehard fans. And it's not like the toxic kind. I mean, well, you might get some, they're like, this is what happened, because there always are going to have to be some kind of, some compromises here, compromises there. But one of the cool things about Marvel is like their lore runs a little bit different than the comics on certain things, but they always treat it enough in a way for like the average person can figure out what's going on and feel a part of it. And I think like and then there's people who've built entire like cottage industries around the Easter eggs, and like every episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier is like, did you catch all 87 Easter eggs? Like, no, I was too busy watching the fucking show. Right. Or it's like, I watched Bad Batch and I really like Bad Batch. And, like I thought, I could do breakdowns of each episode, but like, really, I'm just like, it's a long review, because I'm not going to sit there and know every little detail unless I comb through Reddit ahead of time to like piece it together. And then again, I'm just kind of regurgitating what somebody else did. And I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, so many streaming shows I'm missing out on at the moment. It really sucks. I could be watching Invincible, but I'm locked out of my Amazon account because I can't change my mobile number so I can get in.
Well, I mean, they should be able to help you with that.
Yeah, I need call up again about it, but I mean,
yeah, to say, well, if I can't get access to it, I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to cancel payment through my bank, and they'll be like, "Whoa, we want your money," because Jeff Bezos obviously isn't rich enough. And then they're gonna, they'll get you in, or just go like, well, I'm gonna pirate it. There's some, I don't know.
I can't be bothered.
I don't know I don't know the legality of that in the UK or nothing, but you know,
can't
I
be
mean,
bothered with piracy.
yeah, can't be. It's like 3 clicks, if you know. Like, I mean, that's the argument against piracy, right? Like it's so easy to do, you know. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like I first, like when I was, this is like 98, right? I remember hearing about the idea of movies on the internet. And at the time, I think we had like a 56K dial-up modem. So there's no way I'm going to get shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was like reading, but it wasn't like movies. At first it was like music. It was like, oh, hey, I think someone sent me a link and they're like, oh, you can download the new Insane Clown Posse album. And I'm like, okay, cool. Cause you know, I'm a suburbanite white kid. What the fuck did I know? So, you know, it wasn't like the Magnet shit. This is like, you know, this is after the Great Milenko, whatever that 7th album was called. I just remember they had a song on there called Fuck the World where they say it like 97 times or whatever. But anyway, so I moved to San Diego and we get broadband internet, right? So then I'm going like, this is interesting. You know, what can I do with broadband? And then it's like, well, you find porn. But anyway, that's not the story. So I start looking into, you know, like the concept of like, can I download movies? I was just very curious at the process of it. And at the time, like, you know, nowadays file formats are generally just MP4, M4V, MVK, or I mean MOV. That's really about your main ones. But back then they had one called ASF, right? ASF. This predates AVI, and it was a more heavily compressed one. And so people were at the time recording movies from their camcorder in the theater, and they would go on to Usenets, which, by the way, still like the premier place for piracy because it's just unregulated as hell, and you have to generally know how to get on into it. And then also they would do IRC, and IRC, you know, like I found this like litany of collectives where I would just like, people would be hosting movies and I could go and like look in their server and download movies. And I would get the bin and queue file. So I would then burn them to a CD and I would have VCDs. And so what it was is like roughly 1/2 of a movie on one CDR. So you're not burning DVDs. You're running video discs, but it's so much cheaper. And granted, the quality was terrible because it's literally somebody recording, you know, the camcorder. And then just from there, like the process of movie piracy building up after all these years has gotten to the point now where it's like, it is 3 clicks. But back then, you know, like if you wanted to, I'll tell you guys this. So I wanted a copy of The Mummy Returns right after The Mummy Returns came out in theaters. Somebody had it uploaded, and I'd already seen the movie twice in theaters, but I really wanted to have a copy of it because I wanted to watch it again at home. And so I go to download it, but like my hard drive was too small. I didn't have enough free space. So one of my friends was like, hey, I can take some, you could transfer some files to me via ICQ and then I'll send them back. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like looking through the hard drive and I'm like, what can I send? Like, what could I get rid of for a day that no one would notice? I was like 19 and not really thinking about it because I was in that, like, I need to get this done now sort of mode. So I grabbed all of our family photos, right? Because my stepdad had a scanner and he was like into photography and stuff. So I sent him all of our family photos, right? And that was like multiple gigabytes, and he got it and then he saved it. And then I deleted them from our hard drive and I downloaded The Mummy. I didn't think my stepdad would look. I was fucking wrong. He got he's like, where are the family photos? And I'm like, don't get mad. They'll be back tomorrow. They're gone right now. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, listen, you wanted to watch The Mummy Returns. Remember? We talked about this. That was my argument. I'm like, I'm going to put this back on him. So I got a copy of it, but I needed to make room on the hard drive. And I thought, you know, my friend offered to like, you know, like to host him for a couple days while I just got this thing downloaded. And he's all like, get them back right now. I'm like, okay. And I already got the movie. I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. We'll get it back. And he's like, you know, that goes through like another database. It's not peer to peer. There's a server it goes through and anyone can reach in and like pluck out photos. And I'm like, yeah, but they're like of the family. Like, who gives a shit? And he's all like, I give a shit. And I'm like, oh, oh, you know, because back in the late 90s, my stepdad wanted to be, he went through his midlife crisis and he wanted to be a photographer, and he started photographing models around Portland. So he had like model photos. They were tasteful. They weren't like anything bad. But like, I guess there were like some of like my mom had done a photo shoot, I guess. And I didn't know about that. And I still to this day don't know about that. And so at that point, like, I guess that's what he was freaking out about. He's like, anyone could find photos on there. And I'm just like, I think it's going to be fine. Think we're good. Got him back. We never talked about it ever again. It just wasn't brought back up. But then all of a sudden the photos disappeared. I couldn't find the file folder anymore because he hid it. He hid it in another subdirectory and then locked it so I couldn't, like, you know, figure out where it was in case I needed to make more space. Joke's on him. I knew his password, right? Like, it was pretty easy to figure out, but I didn't fuck with the photos again. I kept them. I'm like, okay, wait, you know, because after that I was more manageable on the thing. But that's you know, the shit you did. This is what I'm talking about. Like, nowadays you can like literally like download pirated movies to your phone and you can watch them in 4K, right? But like back then you had to get it in like a very specific fashion from very specific locations because the internet wasn't designed to be able to handle it like that.
Did you get to watch The Mummy Returns in the end?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a terrible copy, by the way. It was a terrible camera. It was a terrible cam. It wasn't even worth it. Like, it wasn't even worth it. Like, the stuff back then was so bad that, like, Spider-Man 1, when that came out in 2002, that was on 3 VCD discs. And at the time, I had a 3-disc player, so I was happy. I'm like, cool, I can watch this movie. But it was so terrible that I worked at a theater. I worked at the drive-in. I would just go to the drive-in and watch it there. I watched it one time at home, and I'm like, okay, I have it. You know, I have this thing. I mean, like, it was so bad back then. You know, but they, again, like, you had to jump through hoops in order to get this stuff. That's what the people, there was like, yeah, I read a story once when I was living in LA. I'll give you guys this brief example. Then I do need to move on because I got other people I got to get to. But I was in LA in 2007 for Quentin Tarantino's Grindhouse Film Festival. He was doing like a month-long thing, and I went there for my birthday. And so afterward, my friends and I went down to Hollywood Boulevard, and we were walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard, just, you know, checking out LA, right, doing that thing. And we ended up going into the McDonald's. And we go into the McDonald's, and there ended up being an altercation between like the manager and these black guys. And it was like a gay Latino manager and like it was a whole mess. A lot of racism being tossed around there. It's crazy shit. So the manager at one point gets mad. It was a homeless guy. It was a homeless black guy. The manager got really mad at him because he was trying to like pay in like crumpled up bills and like pennies and shit, right? Which he has every right to do, by the way. Well, they ended up getting into a confrontation, and he kicked the guy out, but there was 2 other black guys behind the homeless dude, not connected. And he threw them out too because they were black. And then those dudes looked at us, the 3 white kids from the suburbs of San Diego, and they're like, well, you know, are you guys going to say anything? And then we're like, yes, we are. This is wrong. You shouldn't do that. But the thing was, though, the manager yells out, he's like, I fucking hate black people, as he was like storming off, and he called the security guard to come over. And the reason why this is kind of relevant to the conversation is the security guard is a really big, like muscular, big black guy. And he's like screaming racial obscenities around this guy. But this dude didn't care because he was over in the corner watching a bootleg Chris Rock movie on a portable DVD player, like on Hollywood Boulevard, the heart of Los Angeles at that point, and the movie part of it. Right? Like, that is how prevalent piracy is. There is a guy who was once profiled in the LA Times. He made $55,000 a year, literally hawking bootleg DVDs on the LA Metro system. I mean, you know, wow. Like, I mean, like that is how you can make so much money. Like, you never really think about it because in this country, no one ever really does it like that. Like not on like any kind of widespread scale, but outside of the country, it's a big thing because, there's less oversight. But yeah, no, in LA, it's a massive cottage industry, which is why, and again, I'll leave it with this. Have you ever seen Zootopia?
Yeah, it's Zootropolis over here. I love that film.
It's a great movie. Remember the part when they're trying to towards the end of the movie, right before the climax, they find Duke Weaselton, and he's selling bootleg movies. Right?
Yeah.
The fact that Disney put a bootlegger selling pirated copies of their movies in one of their movies is just chef's kiss, in my opinion. It's why it's like my favorite Disney animated film. But it's like that, again, they're just making fun of the LA lifestyle. And that is a big part of that stuff.
You want to know my favorite Disney film?
Sure.
Well, actually, I got two: The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Mulan.
Wait, Mulan 98 or Mulan 2020?
The 98 one, of course.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. No, the 98 one's great. I love it. I've never seen Lion King 2 though. So that's your
maybe another time.
Yeah, I have Disney Plus. I might put it on for my kids. Here's one I'll give you. I really liked Return of Jafar.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think Return of Jafar was a pretty decent movie. It was one that I watched a lot as a kid.
Yeah. Well, weirdly, my relationship with The Lion King was I'd seen the second one first before the first one, but I had a Ladybird book of the first one, like, a very short version of it, condensed. Yeah. So that was my relationship with The Lion King for many years.
Well, I mean, I understand that, man. I mean, in 94, I was 12, and I saw it with my dad took me and my siblings to go see it. So
I wouldn't have been born till the end of the year.
Well, I am old. That's how I feel, at least, anyway. All the fucking gray in my beard. My first film I saw in the
cinema was A Bug's Life, so I think that says a bit.
Oh wow, wow.
I do wish I'd seen Mulan first.
I get it, man. Hey, but A Bug's Life is a great film. I love A Bug's Life.
It is, yeah.
People like to crap on that. And I'm like, it's like their second movie, but it's people like they rank it lower, I think, because it came out so long ago, right? And it's not as iconic as, let's say, Monsters Inc., which came out a couple years later, or Finding Nemo, which came out 2 years after that. Like, that is out of their original batch of films, their original batch of 5 movies, which was Toy Story, Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., and then Finding Nemo, followed by The Incredibles, by the way, in 2004. Out of those, every one of those has had sequels, right? And then even 2006 Cars, sequels. But Bug's Life has never been given a sequel. I don't know what they would do with it at this point. It might be the fact that the butterfly, he passed away, the actor, I forget his name. He's memorialized, and I think it's at the end of Cars, as I just watched Cars today. My kids love it.
Check that out,
but it's like they never went back and they never gave a sequel to it. They've lampooned it a little bit in like the end credit stuff, but like Toy Story 2 and Cars lampooned it. But it's like, I would prefer it like to go back and see something new with that. Not Ratatouille, because fuck that movie. I don't like that movie.
I love Ratatouille.
I never got. The
Incredibles. It's the only one I saw at the cinema too. I've seen only those 2 Pixar movies: A Bug's Life and The Incredibles.
Oh yeah, no. Incredibles is that movie is Watchmen, by the way. If you look at the core idea of Incredibles, it's just a Disney-fied version of Watchmen, but it works. And I love Incredibles and Incredibles 2, and I would love a full damn franchise with that. I think that is probably, like, outside of Toy Story, my favorite Pixar franchise. So, because I love
we can
that
talk
stuff.
more about that.
Absolutely, I try to keep it like I try to keep it.
I just love talking to you, man.
Well, I do call-ins all the time. I'm gonna probably do more call-in nights, just because I just like to keep the conversation going.
Okay, well, All the best to you and your family, man.
Thank you very much.
Always enjoy talking to you. I'll let
You
you
too.
get going and carry on the show.
All right, thanks a lot, Hugo. Have yourself a good night, man. Thank you. All right, let me take a quick look here. And Geeks here says Bug's Life is classic. Min Min says Ratatouille is cool. That is a lie, Min Min. It's the Lord's Day and you're lying on the internet. Eddie here says Bug's Life is amazing. It absolutely is. All right. So, thoughts on Brother Bear? I never saw it, to be honest with you. I never saw Brother Bear. But Doug and Bob McKenzie are in it, and I know I need to see it because if you all want to see probably one of the funniest movies you've never seen, find and watch Strange Brew. It is, I love that movie. All right. You know what? We got 3 people left here. I hate to do it. Let's just bring everyone in because I'm running out of time. So I feel bad. I usually put the timer up. Today I didn't put the timer up.
You didn't put the timer up.
I did, because there wasn't at first it was 5 people, and then it was a full thing, and then I'm trying to juggle it, and yeah, I'm terrible at this.
And then going to the nostalgia lane.
I'm sorry, and then doing what?
Your nostalgia lane, remembering everything in your past.
Oh yeah, I like telling stories too. Yeah,
that's okay. That's okay.
So we'll just kind of go through it here. I know Yvonne, you've been here for a while, so we'll start with you. What's on your mind, buddy?
What's in my mind? Okay, so my question, the thing is that I started playing now Resident Evil 8, and then I got the epiphany that I'm playing Castlevania, Lord of Shadows.
Oh, okay.
Because the meme here is that tall lady that she's a vampire.
Oh yeah, the big titty goth lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but also the other enemies, they are a werewolf, and the other guys, I don't remember that is. But when I played that scene, I said, "What the hell is it? Lord of Shadows Castlevania, the one from Hideo Kojima? You battle 4 enemies: a vampire, a wolf, and I don't know which the other 2 ones, like a Frankenstein creature." And I don't know which were the last.
So are you saying that Resident Evil 8 basically ripped off a Castlevania game?
Sort of, because also a friend of mine told me are you playing Van Helsing, the movie from Hugh Jackman?
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Imagine you're Van Helsing killing all the classic monsters.
And that makes sense because they were trying to set up this big universe.
Yeah. But I'm only played the 2 first hours, and I'm really enjoying it for the moment.
Okay. I heard that Resident Evil 8 is a sequel to Resident Evil. So I know I'm saying that like it's a thing, but these games aren't always connecting. Yeah. Is it because I've never played Biohazard, the Resident Evil 7. I haven't played it. So the thing is it's just, survival horror. I like survival horror, but I just, I find myself those are hard games for me to get into right now just because it's of the time, it's you got to set the mood, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to play a horror, I remember when Silent Hill 2 came out and my friend got it for the Xbox and he brought over he was living with me at the time and we just sat in my room and played on a little 13-inch TV and we're chain smoking. Which we shouldn't ever do inside, by the way. And watch, but playing Silent Hill 2, it was an every night sort of thing where you just got sucked into this game. So horror games, you've got to make the time for, how you see in movies where women will light scented candles and pour themselves a bubble bath and get a glass of wine and a book and they want to set the atmosphere and relax. Same concept. You want to, darkened room, loud speakers, no one around, and horror.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do.
I have, I still have my PSP, and I have the version called Silent Hill Origins, the first one, prequel, everything. So a friend of mine bought his PSP, and I lent him to him the game. So the next day he came, Ivan, take this game. I don't want to play it anymore because he was playing in the PSP with headphones in the dark. And it was the next day he. Take it to me and everything. What? Damn, that was, the suggestion for the horror and everything. But for me, now it's normal. But sometimes I see when you get a jump scare with it, what? You son of a bitch! What the hell did you do? Well, okay, to get the scare, because sometimes it's not easy, or sometimes it's very easy to get a scare now.
Well, yeah, I think what it is like I don't maybe you guys agree. I don't like jump scares, right?
Oh, yeah.
And because it's like the jump scares. Like I feel like it's almost like you're one and done, right? Like if you rely too heavily on it, it's going to screw you up.
It's the one pump chump of horror, basically.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. Either you're going to knock them up, or sorry, you're going to knock them up, or you're going to pull out, right? It's like either going to be like you're going to get them pregnant with that scare, or it's going to fail. And sometimes it can work, but like look at the opening of, let's say, Scream, for example. That Drew Barrymore opening, it like really set the tone for the rest of the movie. That opening 5 minutes or so, like just set the tone. And so then like you're in it, you're hooked into it. But when it like relies like so much on just trying to throw things at you, it can fail. I'll tell you though, one night I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos about like images, like creepy images that shouldn't exist for some stupid reason. I was binging like a bunch of these things. I was in San Diego, and one of my windows, the blinds had broken, so I didn't have any blinds up there. I'm sitting at my computer and I look out, and it's just like the blackness of night, right? But it's like it's a big window. It's like 6 feet by 4 feet. It's a big window, and I'm just watching this stuff, and I get this creepy feeling like I'm being watched, like something is outside that window watching me. Right. And then like I'm on Twitter too, and I see like an Uber fact pop up, because those are kind of bullshit. And it's like, if you ever have a feeling that someone's watching you, they probably are, right? Or like there's probably somebody is. And I'm like, creep me the fuck out, because like that's that kind of slow burn scare, right? Where you feel like the tension rising. And games like, some horror survival games do that terribly, but Silent Hill always did it really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it kind of goes with Alfred Hitchcock's theory of suspense versus surprise. And there's a different, like you can have a scene where it's just an explosion and it's just moments of shock, but then if you build it up, how he described, just you see the bomb underneath the chair or underneath the table, and then if you pan up, you see two guys playing a deck of cards. So you drag it out. The bomb is there, but you don't know when it's gonna go off.
Yeah, there's suspense on there. It's or for me, it was like I was watching Banshee, the show Banshee on Cinemax, which I think by now, it is now on HBO Max. It is one of the best shows. It's so good. But there's this fight scene in episode 2 that's so brutal, but it builds up to this moment where like something, I won't say what it is, but like something happens that is so brutal that, literally you feel your whole body just like cringe from like tensing up, right? It's just, oh my God, and like when you can build that kind of suspense on like a TV show, that's something really good. But I feel like modern horror hasn't really been able to kind of capture any of that, because we went from like jump scares in the 80s and 90s to like the slow burn Japanese horror in the early 2000s. And I don't know about you guys, I never really cared for a lot of those remakes because I feel like it doesn't really apply itself to like the American aesthetic.
Well,
maybe that's just me. I don't know. I didn't really. Well, I thought The Grudge was terrible.
I get a point there, because I'm an 80s kid, man. So I'm still stick with Jaws, 90 Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween.
Yeah.
So those are the basis of my, well, not childhood, but my life, to see now with the future with Silent Hill and the Resident Evil games. Well, the only franchise I don't like very much, and they're gonna hit me, is the Saw movies, because very brutal. I don't know if they killed them, the person with the machines and everything, but that's the only one I don't. I never saw them.
But you don't like the Saw movies?
Well, not that I like it, but I don't like, that moment of impotence of not trying how to get out of the trap.
Okay. I understand what you're saying there. I do. I like the Saw movies because I thought that they had a nice twist on like the slow burn horror, especially the ending of the first movie, right? The first movie I think had the best ending for the franchise. By the time you get to the 10th movie, no, it's kind of done. You know what I mean? Or whatever the 7th movie was, where it's like they kill people in like the public. Like they literally have a couple guys trapped in like this box and like a like out.
The chick is in the box and the two guys are in a table in each end.
Yeah. And it's like,
that one.
I mean, it's kind of like Final Destination. I like the first movie. The second movie I think had a better death scene. But like the plot was kind of already, kind of already burned out.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with horror movies is they're cheap to make.
Yeah.
And people like to be scared. People like they like to be scared. You want to make the greatest horror movie of all time, and I'm not even joking on this one. Have it be about a single guy who gets threatened with like a pregnancy test after a one night stand. I'm not even kidding. If you could find a way to tell that story through with the lens of intensity, right? And you take a good filmmaker to do this. I'm telling you, like you're talking Joker levels of money there, because it would scare every guy, but it would empower every woman, right? And I'm kidding.
But the kid is my son.
Good argument.
I'm just trying to make a joke. Anyway, we should move on because I do got to get to bed here pretty soon. All right. So, Annie, you still with us?
Yeah,
I know you've been waiting a while. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Quick, I just want to give a fucking public service announcement. If anyone tries to fucking stream bomb your stream or you're suspicious of someone doing that, especially on StreamYard, you can just fucking put yourself on full screen and then that shit can't fucking happen. Yeah,
no, and that's true. What got me was the old people. That was the thing.
You didn't think old people would turn into porn and racism?
No, well, because I literally thought because they were like confusingly looking at him and it was a small box the thing is I will fully admit they got me. That was good. That was good. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the get, that was a good setup. You're like, oh, people, maybe they got the wrong, they got the wrong thing. They clicked on the wrong thing. Maybe someone sent the wrong link. I don't know.
All I'm saying is you saw old people and then racism ensued. Are you really that surprised at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, no. At the end of the day, I was a mark and they got me. All right. I can accept defeat on that front, but it's kind of like, a good fan art that's critical of you, right? It's it's meant to be a dick, but you're also like, I'm impressed.
So what I really want to talk about is I'm fucking starved for more shit out of the whole fucking Mandoverse. I'm really looking forward to those fucking spin-off shows.
Oh, we're going to get a lot lot of Mandoverse. It's going to be good.
Which one are you looking forward to the most? I don't know if I ever asked you this before, but
I know that probably you're thinking Book of Boba Fett, right? Because Boba.
Yeah, sure.
I'm actually more excited for the Ahsoka series.
That's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Because I think Filoni is going to be handling that himself. I think he's going to be the guy running that show, right? Favreau is going to help, but I think Filoni is going to do. This is his baby, right?
Yeah, Ahsoka. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally his baby, and his episode, The Jedi, was really good. It set the tone for what to expect from that series. And if she's going to be going up against trying to find Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra, and if they bring in Sabine and they tie it into Rebels and they're bringing it all forward, that is going to be some seriously cool stuff. And I think we're going to get some instances of the greater Mandoverse, or some people are calling it the Filoniverse, by the way. So some people are calling it the Filoniverse, but we're going to get a grander vision. I think potentially set up here with Bad Batch. because the Bad Batch, I think, is going to lead us into quite a bit. I think the Fennec Shand connection with Bad Batch is going to be very fascinating when that happens. And that's going to tie us into Boba Fett. That's going to tie us into a lot of stuff, I think. So even though it's like 25 years, I think, or 23 years between Bad Batch and Mandalorian, it's going to be, I don't know. That's what I want to see. And I'm so excited to learn more whenever we learn more. But I also just kind of want to wait in anticipation and like not know anything so that I can just be very happy with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fucking eager beaver. I just want at least one of those shows to crop up soon. I'm looking forward to that shit.
Well, have you watched Bad Batch yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
It's good, man. It's good. Well, you got, I mean, it helps if you've seen the Clone Wars.
Oh, I love the Clone Wars.
So if you saw the final season, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Great.
So it's like, kind of, it takes place immediately following that.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
It's good shit. It's good shit. Although people don't like the Omega, right?
Omega.
Yeah, like I like Omega. I rewatched the first 2 episodes today with my kids. My daughter's like my 3-year-old. I'm like, oh, you like this? And she's like, no. And she's watching it.
Wow.
No, but she's sitting there and she's watching it. But she really liked Omega. She liked Omega quite a bit.
Yeah, for time. She's gonna like it more.
Oh no, like my kid's gonna be like, I'll tell you guys this. My daughter has been watching Boss Baby, the series on Netflix.
Okay.
It's actually good. Like they actually put thought into the plot of the show. It's a kid's show, but like I'm actually kind of invested into the show. Like the series finale kind of was sad. I'm not gonna lie.
The thrilling conclusion of the Boss Baby.
Well, they're doing a movie now, so I don't know if it's gonna like, upset the canon of the show.
There was already a Boss Baby movie.
Well, they're doing another Boss Baby movie.
Well, Jesus, is this gonna become a franchise?
Yeah, it's a franchise. It made a lot of money. It did. It made a lot. You wouldn't think Boss Baby would make a lot of money. It made a lot of money for DreamWorks, which is why they did 4 seasons on Netflix. 4 seasons. 13 half-hour long episodes per season. I'm not kidding you. And it's like each season deals with a different villain and a different threat on baby love. It's like first season was cats. A guy named Bootsy Calico who was raised by cats, not kidding you, like sends in 6 well-placed cats into this town to boost cat love and destroy baby love. And his whole goal is to take down Baby Core and stop Boss Baby, ruin Boss Baby.
Wait, isn't it sound like cats and dogs?
Kind of, but the reason why, and this is a total spoiler, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Is at the end of the season, you find out that like Boss Baby, as a way to hurt Cats' image, pimped a poster of a cat hanging off a branch that said "Hang in there." You know that poster? But it was like a terrible image of a cat that was designed to like make cats seem less cuddly and babies seem better. It was a marketing thing. But this cat was apparently Bootsy Calico, this guy's adopted cat mother. And so because of the public embarrassment that the cat got from Boss Baby's poster, this is why he devised this whole plan to like take down Baby Core and destroy baby love. Look, it's so stupid.
Matt.
It is so stupid. But like when you've got a 3-year-old and you watch and you're stuck watching this shit, literally it just like, I'm like, well, it's kind of fascinating. Like they're really taking this, they're really going with it. That's the whole thing. They're really pushing it.
That was more than I ever needed to know about the Boss Baby.
Well, no, even Geeks here says, wow, I'm vested in Boss Baby now. Like, no, seriously, check it out.
Yeah.
Like check it out. It's season 2 deals with.
Wait, you're stamping your like stamp of approval on the Boss Baby? Are you serious?
I'm saying like, DreamWorks love franchise. Yeah, they do. Like they have 4 seasons or 5 seasons of Trolls, The Beat Must Go On. And like as a sequel series to the Trolls movie, it's not as good as the movie. It's better than World Tour, I'll tell you that. I didn't care for World Tour that much. I liked it, but it wasn't as good as the first movie. But they've done like the Croods. The Croods. They did this. They did 4 seasons of an animated show. That's pretty funny. I mean, I watched that before my kids were born, but I like the Croods. I mean, if you can get if you can give me a decent enough a story wrapped around these kind of characters, I'll watch this kind of stuff, man. You know?
Have you seen the Mitchells versus the Machines yet?
Like 8 times.
Oh, okay.
I've again, my kids like it. My girlfriend puts it on for the kids.
Mm.
You know, and it was just like, I mean, it's. I think I like the movie, but I feel like it fell apart in the third act. Like, have you guys seen it yet?
Not yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I was just curious what your thoughts were.
Yeah. So Ryan, you know what I'm talking about? Like once they get to like Silicon Valley, it feels like it just becomes this entirely like it just becomes a superhero movie at that point.
Basically, yeah.
And it's kind of like it just takes away from so much of I know the absurdity of it all, but I'm just like, you know, they put the dog on the car and it's like they should have all died when that thing fell. And it's just like, okay, fuck it. You know, they have a Rihanna song in it. I guess that's good.
Damn, I need to see it.
It's a cute movie. The animation is really good though. Like,
but you're putting a curiosity in my mind to see it.
Yeah. Well, Quan here says that I think everything in Mitchell's vs. the Machines worked really well. I mean, the Furby thing kind of bugged me. And the only reason why the Furby thing bugged me was because they gave the Furby this like massive laser blast in its mouth. like it's again, just things like that. Like I can handle the flying robots. Okay.
Great.
I can handle them having like, you know, teleport, like, what is it? Like, some kind of like force field ability. Okay, fine. I can get behind all that. I get it, right? For like their purpose. Then it's like, oh no, we have all, you know, it turns into like Stephen King's fucking Maximum Overdrive in a mall, which was cool. But then they have the world's largest Furby, and it's basically got Godzilla's atomic blast.
So the point is that the world is attacked by Furbies?
And that scene, and it's a funny enough scene. They shot it like it was a horror movie, which I really appreciate. Wow. Because, you know, the director was like, he had Furby when he was a kid, and he threw the Furby in the closet because he hated it. Yeah. And the Furby kept talking to him. Right. And that was the thing. So he adapted that for the scene, which was cool. Yeah. You know, I just feel like there was a lot there that just kind of like, it almost hits the mark. And in some cases it does hit the mark. But you get to that last act and it's just kind of like, you know, when they start flying around, it's just like, okay. But you know what? Hey, listen, if you liked Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animation feels very similar. And so again, it's like, it's very unique styles and it works really well. So visually it's amazing.
Well, that's going to be in the bucket list.
Yeah. I mean, check it out on Netflix. It's good stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm going to check it. Yes. Maybe in the morning or in the night the next day.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what time it is where you guys are, but
1:15
well, I know.
AM.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Same here. Okay. So Ryan,
howdy.
What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Well, I just finished Invincible, so.
Oh, nice. How is that for an ending?
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it. People here haven't seen Invincible, but you owe it to yourself to watch Invincible. I mean, if this is the level that Amazon is going to be producing superhero themed content, yes, please. This and The Boys is like God tier entertainment. So yeah, the thing I loved Invincible. I actually really want to go watch it again.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow is Mother's Day. That's
right.
Cool.
What are you doing? You doing anything with your mom?
Yeah, actually, my mom and I are gonna clean up the front yard, throw them in the fire ring. Let's see, probably decorate the house, just that sort of thing.
Cool. I mean, like,
oh, and today, since yes, tomorrow is in fact Mother's Day, I decided to show her a Mother's Day themed movie. Can you guess what that is?
Okay.
She could shoot or among shoot.
Mother's Day themed movie. Can you give me the name of an actor that is in that movie?
Betsy Palmer.
Is it recent?
No.
Who's Betsy Palmer? That name sounds familiar, but at the top of my head, I can't think about that. Betsy.
Is it Friday the 13th?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Voorhees.
mother.
There we go. Yeah. I'm like, wait, that name sounds so familiar. Like, where do I know that from?
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And here's the thing. My mom describes herself as someone who likes to watch, period dramas, romantic comedies, just that sort of thing. But she's also into, the absurd and the creative and the atmospheric. And since, I love Friday the 13th and it's very atmospheric. And my mom also loves, murder mysteries, which, yeah, it's a little extreme, but it kind of fits into that ballpark.
You know what? Yeah. You could argue that Friday the 13th is a little bit on the murder mystery side. Like, who's Jason? We don't know.
Or is it? Yeah.
That's for the first one. Yeah. But then the second one, it really was Jason because he was watching from the woods.
Yeah. To quote, Scream, then you should know that Jason's mother was the original killer in Friday the 13th. Jason didn't show up until the sequel.
Yeah, that sounded really obnoxious back in '96 when Scream came out, and that hasn't changed. That was one of those lines in that movie you're laughing at, like, oh yeah, that's that guy. You know that guy, the one who's got to correct you when you're wrong. And then that reminds me that's me essentially. I get that. Yeah. There was one time I was at Comic-Con and I overheard my friend and I were having lunch, and this couple were talking about something, and I forget what it was, but the woman she got it wrong, and not even close, but wrong, but I mean just wrong, right? Yeah. And then I'm eating my food, and I kind of I lift my head up, and my friend, he just looks at me and he just goes, "No." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I know what you're gonna do. I heard it too. No, let them eat." And I'm like, okay. And the reason why he did that was a couple years prior at Comic-Con, he and I were talking in line at the ATM, and he was talking about this one anime, and he got a factoid wrong. And this girl behind us, perked up and corrected him on what it was. All right. And then he's like, "Oh, thanks, whatever." And then a second later, I said manga, right? I didn't say manga. I said manga. And so she goes, "It's pronounced manga." And then so she was one of the ones that did it twice. I one time I can get that. Twice, you're being a bitch. Stop it. And but then I think that's why he remembered that moment, and he was like, "No, just let them be wrong. Just don't do it." And I was like, it was hard because it was a very, very easy thing to correct, but yeah. Yeah, he saved me on that one. That's why he's my bestie. So,
yeah, to me, it's kind of the equivalent of mistaking, Frankenstein for the monster when in reality it's the scientist. Just
that one.
Yeah, I get that.
It's Frankenstein monster. Yes.
Fuck Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys ever think they're gonna try to remake a Mel Brooks movie? I don't think
don't give them any ideas.
I mean, if I ever heard that there was, an active movement over at MGM or whoever buys MGM's Warner Brothers, I think it's Warner Brothers. And they were like, if Warner's is like, "Oh no, we're desperate for IP mining. Let's reboot Blazing Saddles." No, you could not.
Nope.
Nope. You could not touch it. And the thing is, they might actually try. I wouldn't put it past them to do Young Frankenstein, or because they did the producers. But that was more because the stage play was really popular.
Yeah, it's really based on the stage play. Yeah.
Yeah, and not so much the movie. And it's the movie, the producer's movie from 2005 was funny enough. Yeah. But it wasn't, but it's, again, that was because of the play's popularity. Now, if they did a Blazing Saddles play and then that got really popular, I could kind of see it. But in our society, there's no way. There is no way that, like, you know, who would play the Slim Pickens role in the beginning of the movie? You know, like what older actor could you get that would be like, sir, you're gonna have to say the N-word a couple times in the scene. So you know, get ready for that one.
No, we cannot do that. Stay with a classic.
And yeah, no Richard Pryor involvement. No Mel Brooks involvement. Like, eat my ass.
Pickets. Oh, okay, enough with that. Man.
I'm just saying, like, Annie, have you ever seen Blazing Saddles?
No, I've never seen that before.
Oh, you're missing the fuck out. You are missing the fuck out. It is literally one of, I'm correct me if I'm wrong here. It's I would say it's in like the top 5 funniest movies ever made. Like, it's up there. It's definitely Mel Brooks's funniest movie.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like Blazing Saddles and then Spaceballs. I know like Young Frankenstein and other stuff is in there as well, but Blazing Saddles is a story of a town in the like the mayor or the governor of this state. I forget the state. I forget the state. Doesn't matter. They want to build a railroad through this old town, and the people won't sell the town, so they need to like scare them off. So they decide to send in a black sheriff. And they figured the town would like kill the sheriff, and then they could use that as a way to run off the town. And so they end up, so then they bring in the black sheriff, Cleavon Little, and he's kind of like, he rolls up in like a suede leather suit, and it's all the tropes, all the jokes you can think of, but he gets Gene Wilder to be his deputy. And like, it's just, oh my God, it's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's so quotable. Like, who was the blonde woman?
Madeline Kahn?
Yeah, Madeline Kahn.
Okay.
Yeah, I had such a thing for her back in from her work in the 70s. Like, she was funny and she was beautiful, and man, I love Madeline Kahn. I was very sad. I didn't know she died until a couple years ago.
Oh, 99, December.
Yeah, wasn't it cancer? Wasn't it? It was cancer that killed her.
Yep, ovarian.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I was 17 at the time, so you're not really, think about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, you got to watch it, man. You got to watch it. I would say, like, watch everything Mel Brooks has ever touched, with maybe the exception of Dracula Dead and Loving It. Stop with Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, actually, I think out of all the films that deserve a remake, I think Dracula Dead and Loving It deserves it, because I think it needs another shot at being.
What went wrong with that? What went wrong? Was it like, you know what? I'll tell you this. It's possible Leslie Nielsen might have been the problem. And I don't say that like to criticize Nielsen. Like, I just feel like Naked Gun movies are fantastic. When the Airplane is amazing. But I think the concept of Leslie Nielsen doing Mel Brooks, right? Because like Leslie Nielsen was a serious actor before he got into doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got into doing comedy, when he was doing like, the Police Files, which became The Naked Gun, Frank Drebin played it straight, but very ridiculously played it straight. And I think like it's possible that just like, if you look at, let's say, Spaceballs in part works because Bill Pullman wasn't necessarily like a comedic actor. He played it straight, and that's kind of also why, like, let's say Ghostbusters works, because in Ghostbusters, it's they play it straight. It's a straight movie, but the comedy comes from their reaction to the world around them. Mm-hmm. And so in Dracula Dead and Loving It, it was taking the concept of Dracula but putting in a very improv based actor, I think, right? But it's just I don't know if it fit. But then again, also, I don't think Peter McNichol was the best choice for being in that as well. I don't know. I need to go back and watch. It's been a long time since I've seen Dracula Dead and Loving It. I just remember not liking it as much as Robin Hood Men in Tights. Because even Robin Hood Men in Tights, Carrie Elwes played it very well. you know, Dave Chappelle, yeah, he broke the fourth wall. He made the jokes that he did. Like, I love it when he's like, pardon me, but I'm running out of air. And like the Air Jordan jokes and shit, right? Like, who played his father in that one? It was Isaac Hayes, right? It was Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes,
Yeah. You know, and like having
Ace Niece.
oh my God, yeah, Little John. You know, just like having like you gotta pay. If you don't pay the toll, then we can't get the rolls. Amy Yasbeck, like oh my God, Robin Hood Men in Tights, man. That movie is so goddamn funny. So goddamn funny. What's funny was too is that when I was getting the thumbnail for this video for the stream, I found South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut in a playlist on YouTube. So I was listening to it as I was trying to like find the screenshot I wanted, and then I forgot just how goddamn funny South Park is. You know, so it's like I don't know. We should do a movie night. Find some good comedy films.
Yeah.
But all right. On that note, it's almost 1:30. I do need to get to sleep.
All right.
Because I got to be up early to take care of the kids tomorrow. Yay me!
Take to the restaurant for Mother's Day.
Oh, you're going to the restaurant for Mother's Day?
No, you're a girlfriend.
No, she's staying home. I'm taking the kids. What? I'm taking the kids to family. Oh, she, yeah. Because the thing was, it's like, with my back being hurt, I was out of work for a few weeks.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So she did a lot of double duty, for that. So it's kind of like my gift to her is.
So your girlfriend open the app in her phone, and then order meals into your phone and go for food and bring it home.
I mean, like I will go and order. I usually go buy it and bring it back.
But the funny thing is, she asked for the food, and you go for it and bring it to her home.
Oh, you mean like if I was working and then I brought it home? That would be funny. Although last night I delivered to a house right down the road from me, and then that was my last one of the night. So that was nice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I live around the corner. I'm just gonna go home and play video games.
Yeah.
So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you guys very much for coming on in, and everyone for listening. This has been a fun 2 hours and 20 minutes. Had a lot of, I think, funny laughs and good times had by all. And I'll probably be back on probably tomorrow night just with another hangout because Sunday, I think. I don't know anymore. Anyway, see you, everybody.